the experience many of us have is that there is a big difference between churches in the developing world, for example, on the African continent, and churches in what is called the West, Europe, the United States, for example. Now, why is that difference? Look at the story of Nigeria, church in Nigeria. Obviously, what I'm saying is doesn't apply right across. There are differences everywhere. But on the whole, when we were in Nigeria, we had not much attracting us to our own homes. First of all, we are not living in our own homes. And even those that did had very humble homes. There was no posh furniture. There was no water. Most of the time there was no light, except the light of the day. There was nothing that was making us very comfortable in our homes. Our homes were valued by the people that were living there. So we had not been stuck in such a routine that would have been paralyzing with many objects, many comforts. Secondly, because of that, and because also of the lack of amenities, and even lack of doctors, surgeries, medical centers, there was no dentist for 70 miles around. So in that case, you easily look for a betterment. You are more ready to come out of your routine because you know something is missing. Just like somebody described it one day, said that it was just like a donut. We are just like donuts with a hole in the middle. And so we are more prone to looking for a change, for something better. And God grows a desire for Him in our hearts. And God said, you will find me when you look for me with all your heart. There is a passion in that. Secondly, being willing to embark on a journey. Being willing to come out. Leaving behind everything that we know to start a journey. And finally, trusting God. And to give you the example of my own experience, we were in a place where there were two churches on campus. We lived on campus, and there were two churches, one Catholic and one regrouping Methodist, Presbyterians, and Anglicans. So one Sunday it was one, the other Sunday it was another one. We were sharing services. And we had a Bible study, a staff fellowship that was bringing staff, junior staff, senior staff, intellectuals, and anyone that was a staff together. And we used to read the Bible and pray, but we were looking for more. There was a question. One time we were studying the Acts of Apostles, and one of us said, but why is it that at that time the dead raised to life, the crippled walked, the blind could see? What is it we are doing? Jesus said we would do even more. And there is no obvious signs among us that there is anything of the like. And nobody answered that question. There was a silence when he asked. So there was that search in us. We were saying there's something we are missing. But what is it? And so we were willing to find out. We searched the scriptures for an answer. We were all of the same age. At that time, in our 30s. Some were already married, some just about. And we were all searching. We were all serious Christians. Most of us had in fact, attending the same church on Sundays. And we wanted to know more. And that was the start of the journey. And it's because we were willing to get an answer that would maybe destabilize us, but at least make us progress on the way with God. That was the reason we eventually moved. Not moved out of campus, not moved out of our jobs and situations, but moved out on the Christian life, discovering God more. Because there was that willingness in us, there was that desire in us. So for us, individually and collectively, to become real Christians, the Christians that could feel at home in Acts of Apostles, there must be that desire, that search, that willingness, that persistence of the question. God, there must be more. There must be something I didn't understand. Searching the scriptures and be willing is the key to the beginning.